Lighthouse Title, now located at 321 Settlers Road, Suite 120 in Holland, is proud to sponsor the 2020 virtual Tulip Time. Started in Holland in 2001, the Lighthouse Title Group network has expanded to over 30 locations to close at. For more information on why you should choose Lighthouse Title, call 616-393-9240 or visit lighthousetitle.net.
The 90th Tulip Time Festival Yanfeng Johnson Controls Kinderparade is brought to you on 99.7 and 1450 WHTC, along with WHTC.com by Lighthouse Title Group. Buying and selling real estate is difficult enough without any last-minute surprises. That's why it's so important to choose the title company that regards flawless service as the highest priority. Lighthouse Title Group. The Yanfeng Johnson Controls Kinderparade is presented on WHTC by Compound Door. Supporting sponsors of the Yanfeng Johnson Controls Kinderparade on WHTC are Randy's Carpet Care, Bouchelle Sales, Metal Flow, Vanderveen's Dutch Store, Earl's Meats, Nature's Market, The Windmill Restaurant, Van Wieren Hardware, and Mapleview Animal Hospital. Now, let's join Nick Weber live from the Elhart Automotive Group broadcast booth in downtown Holland for the Yanfeng Johnson Controls Kinderparade on 99.7 and 1450 WHTC, along with WHTC.com.
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Kinderparade 2019. Nick Weber along with Peg McNichol, and we'll be doing it live here for you this afternoon. And again, if you have an opportunity to catch the video of this, it'll be on WHCC and I think 92.7 The Van on the website down there. You can pick up the video of that a little bit later. But it's a beautiful afternoon. It was kind of a tough morning here with a little bit of rain and stuff, but they made a decision that the show must go on, and it will, and we can see it starting off in the distance down here. But it turned out to be really nice. Yesterday was a little bit chilly. Today it's a little bit warmer. We got the breeze out of the west instead of the east. We got a nice crowd on hand, and I tell you, it's the same thing I talked to Gary about yesterday. Tulip Time is special because 90 years of doing three things consistently very well. The tulips are beautiful. The people of Holland are very welcoming, and the city is an awesome place to be. And that's why we have people from all over the world that come in for this particular event. And again, for me, this is my number 66, and it's still fresh. It's still exciting. I still enjoy doing it. And that's why we're here this afternoon. Peggy, welcome.
Thank you. This is my 14th Tulip Time, but it's the first time I've ever done anything like this. Usually my feet are on the ground and I'm running up and down the aisles. Sometimes I'm driving. Saturday I'll be driving in the parade, but this is amazing. We have a great vantage point. I can't wait to see the video that they have. And, I mean, we've got all our friends and neighbors here and a bunch of people from all around the world, right?
Those are our friends, yes. You know, this is a special day for a lot of people, and it starts with the parents of the school districts that are going to be represented here today. And then it goes to the teachers. We're going to be highlighting the provinces of the Netherlands today. And this gives teachers an opportunity in the classroom to connect what's happening with the parade with geography and a little bit of history of Dutch. And we'll be seeing that displayed throughout the day here because the kids are going to be corralled basically by a stick that goes across the width of the street, or maypoles, which is a pole held by an adult in the middle, and the kids hang on to little streamers around the outside, and that's how they manage the 7,000 plus. These are elementary students, and you know they're going to be excited about looking at all the spectators that are going to be here today. But again, we've got the parents that have to buy the uniforms. These kids are all going to be in Dutch uniforms here today. The teachers have to take these kids out, get them organized, and then march with them here today. And then, of course, we have a boatload of parent volunteers that are going to come along and help with this. And then how do you get 7,000 people into Holland? That's bus drivers, that's school districts. I've seen a couple of I saw West Ottawa's administrator, superintendent go by the other day, and it starts up there with the top, but they have to make this thing. It's like a big puzzle, or a bank robbery, I guess, where everything has to work together to get here and then get everybody back home safely. So for the school kids, for the teachers, the parents, the police department, the transportation department, the administration of all the schools that help make this possible, we just want to say a big thank you to all of you because this is something that takes a lot of work. And again, when Tulip Time ends here on Saturday, the planning begins for next year. And there are multiple activities that take place. And I want to highlight one thing, and I know a lot of our locals know this, but around Centennial Park every night, At 7 o'clock for 20 minutes, the Dutch dancers perform. And if you haven't seen it or haven't been there for a while, it's a beautiful activity to watch, plus all the tulips that are in Centennial Park. And again, tulips are the star of the show down here, but it's the people and the parades and all the people that make this work that are really behind the scenes that really make it special.
And I just need to give an extra shout out to teachers and parents, because in addition to getting ready for tulip time, I've noticed this because I live right in the Midtown area. Parents are still taking their kids to soccer, taking their kids to baseball, getting the evening events in.
Band concerts. I was at one last night.
Ballet recitals.
Open houses.
Exactly. Yep. All of those things, plus tulip time, plus a lot of folks go to church on Wednesdays and Sundays, and they have church volunteer activities, and there are just so many things going on. But I gotta say, I know teachers who are taking care of their kids. They've got their own kids.
That's my daughter.
There you go. Who are in the parade or are otherwise involved in tulip time. There's a lot of kids. There's Boy Scouts selling parking spaces over there on 7th Street. Yeah, there are people, like, this town really comes out to support this festival, and it's so heartening to see people from all over the world. Literally, it's so fun. I'm watching 2 Dutch dancers skipping down the street. They're so cute.
Well, we had the younger kids that performed today, and then we've got the middle school students that they've added, and then we have the alumni and the high school Dutch dancers that are Dutch dancing and perform at night on 8th Street and at Centennial Park. And again, that number it's gone down from about 1,500, I think, when Ron and I first started doing this years ago. And now I think there's probably maybe somewhere 800 or 900, because there's so many things competing for the high school students' time and attention. I mean, back when I was in school, it was sports and that was it. Now you've got robotics, you've got clubs, all different types of clubs and stuff, and then you've got AAU kind of stuff for athletics. So all those things compete for these kids. So it's nice to see that we have middle school and the younger kids, the elementary school, that are getting into the Dutch dance too. That'll help provide this thing continuing for years to come.
Yeah, and parents are doing this with full-time jobs, and they're just racing around. A lot of people take a couple days off here and there, but some folks don't. And I gotta say, again, props to the folks who can get this done, because it is a puzzle, like you say. It's complicated.
Yep. Well, Yunfeng and the Johnson Controls will be our sponsor today. And again, we're going to be highlighting the provinces of the Netherlands. And one of the things that's going to be kind of nice today is Lida Rogers, who got this whole thing started back in 1927 at Holland High School. She was a biology teacher. And 2 years later, after her idea to have a tulip time, we had 100,000 tulips planted. Today, we have 100,000 tulips planted at just Windmill Island.
Right.
So, but anyway, her relatives, great, whatever. You're going to see Joe Rogers and Hannah Rogers here today. They are direct relatives of her, going to be honored, and they're going to be the marshals for this parade. We'll see them up front. So that's kind of neat to go back that many years. It's 90 years now when this thing first got started. And I've been here, like I said, for a lot of years. I've seen presidents, vice presidents come through here. So I got a lot of those memories in my head too. But again, we just thank you for joining us here on WHTC 1450 and 99.7 FM. And again, our sponsors today, we want to say thank you to them. Our Lighthouse Title Group, Compound Door, Elhart Automotive Group, Love's Travel Stops and Country Store, Randy's Carpet Care, Rochelle Sales, Metal Flow, Vanderveen's Dutch Store, Earl's Meats, Nature's Market, Windmill Restaurant, Mapleview Animal Hospital, and Bewieren's Hardware. So again, we just thank you again for joining us. And then don't forget, folks, that we have the music parade that's going to be coming up on Saturday, and that will start at 2 o'clock. That is a little bit longer. That will end not at Collins Park, but over on about 24th Street or 26th over by Holland High School. That's a little bit longer. And then some of the things that are coming up yet, don't forget Saturday night, we've got the fireworks that take place down at Collins Park. That'll start at, dusk, 10 o'clock, 10:30, something like that. Want to make sure that you get to that. The food vendors, our small group from church is coming down here on Saturday night. We're going to be hitting the vendors down here.
Oh, you're going to get the...
we go down and do that. And I see school administrators, I see church staff come down and all do that. It's just part of a tradition to get down and get some of this unhealthy kind of good.
I'll tell you what,
food.
I've been holding off all weekend. I cannot wait. Hey, guess who's coming down the street?
Well, to begin the parade down here, by the way, this is Nick Weaver and Peg McNichol. We're here live on the corner of 8th and Central, and this is Peg's first time doing this up high.
Yeah,
and,
I've never commentated a parade ever.
It's good to see you. So she'll be doing the commentating as they come through. If you've been here before, you know that the fine fellows from the Holland Police Department, in addition to handling all the traffic, getting people in and out, and we have security folks up on the building. If I look to my right and I look to my left to the warm friend, over Josh Banks Clothers. I've got 2 gentlemen up there. They're all packing to make sure that this thing stays safe. We have the not the color guard behind, but we have the police on their motorcycles that'll start the parade down here. They're right now on the corner of 8th and Central, right there by Elp and Rose, and they're waiting for the color guard to pull in, and then we'll get this thing underway.
And all those lights are flashing. Kids love this stuff. You've got how many kids and how many grandkids?
I got 6 kids, and I got 12 grandkids, and my 2-year-old was here yesterday with my wife, and he just had a ball. Yep, and you can hear it. They got the buttons and the whistles, and and here they come.
And as you said, this is the Holland Department of Public Safety. We've got the motorcycles. Let me get adjusted here. We've got the motorcyclists coming by the booth right now, and right behind them, those community officers on the sedgeways. Those guys, you see them at the market plots, and you see them anytime there's a large community event here, and they're real fun. People always want to ride on them, but they have to be careful so nobody falls and gets themselves hurt. And then behind that, we've got the Holland Department of Public Safety. I know these guys.
Yep.
The Holland Department of Public Safety.
Then we got Dan Kinder. See, he won't smile. He's the second one. See the guy not smiling? That's Dan Kinder. There's Adam Israel's down here.
I don't know.
That's Guido. Yeah. He's a cop on a bike, and he'll be doing security with that a little bit later on.
And now we've got the folks who are all dressed up in their Dutch dance. They're representing our Yanfeng Global Automotive Interiors. They're carrying a sponsor banner, and they've got some friends, all ages. They got little tiny ones in a red, one of those cute red wagons. And then Clarios, formerly Johnson Controls, they just changed their name about a month ago. And they're coming along. That's a beautiful SUV they've got there. A nice white one.
Now, Peg, what'll happen is each high school will take turns with the 3 parades, starting it off. This is the West Ottawa Marching Band. Mike Hammond is the director. We'll let you get a little scoop on him. And we'll try to pick up some of their music here.
Yeah, we've got the color guard coming across. What you need to know is this has been a great year for West Ottawa High bands. The high school symphony band and marching band were first division ratings at every festival they were in for the last 14 years. We're going to listen to their music. Festival for 25 years, and now we have the Women's Literary Club with our co-grand marshals of Kinderparade. We have representatives, the Literary Club, and these are women who strive to expand horizons through art, music, theater, and current topics. They engage in continuing education, and they actively support Holland Community Hospital ongoing. In 2019, the Women's Literary Club celebrated its 120th anniversary.
That's a long one.
Yeah, and now we have the
ladies.
Kinder and middle school dance directors and Kinder and middle school Dutch dancers. These women dedicate months of their time educating dancers, creating costumes, which are very complex. Some of them have 75 pieces, some of these costumes. We would not have the cultural authenticity of the Dutch dance program without their dedication. And the world famous Dutch dancers of Holland, Michigan. This is made up of kinder, middle, high school
How you doing, Harry?
alumni.
Where's your paintbrush?
And community Dutch dancers. Make sure you catch at least one of their performances. These guys work for 3 and 4 months at a time to get everything just right. And you know what? We're seeing a growing number of young men get involved.
That's exactly what we need to have.
Yeah, I interviewed one of those young men this week. His name is, he's a West Ottawa guy. Hi, kids. They are just so adorable. These kids look like Holly Hobby kids.
Got a little shout out to some of the kids.
Yeah.
And again, all these costumes have to be authentic.
Right.
And there's people that have to look over the shoulders how these are made. They've got to go through inspections.
And those inspections are in March. It's a big deal. People
it
come
starts
to
in
watch.
January. Yep, I've got a wife and a daughter that did that for years.
Oh, wow.
Thank you, ladies.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Gotta remember the gentlemen.
Here comes our first float.
And our first float is from the Holland Rotary Club. For the first time in 165 years, the Wakazu returned to Holland. On the float are the Wakazu elders and the direct great-great-grandson of Chief Wakazu, Holland Rotary. Here we go. Wow, and they're waving. They're giving us the thumbs up. Somebody's playing air drums for us. Next float, we've got, this is so cute, that aqua blue. We know it's Holland Community Aquatic Center.
It's not snowing, and they just passed their millage.
Oh, yeah, they've got their bubbles going.
Yep,
They
congratulations to Jack Heisen and all the gang down there, Nancy and Amanda.
Yeah, and they're saying thank
They're
you for
bored.
your support.
You bet. I was just there 2 hours ago.
You were?
Yep, went swimming.
Yeah, the great thing about this is not only can you go there and go swimming, but all the schools in this area have swim lessons for the kids because we're so close to the big lake.
Right.
And that's part of their education is getting those swim classes. They have.
That is a wonderful, especially with Lake Michigan, they kids need to have that safety stuff. Elsing and Volkers.
And they are riding in these delightful wooden shoe clogged vehicles. It's an appreciation of their strong Dutch heritage here in our community, and they will be shortly followed. This is cute. They're just whirling around.
These are all made by the guys at Elsing and Volkers.
They're beautiful, too.
Now, this is one of the most unique bands.
It's my favorite band.
Go ahead,
talk
about it. Go ahead.
So the Holland High School Marching Dutchmen are renowned. They're world famous for marching in traditional wooden shoes. And the band, of course, is playing their signature song, Tiptoe Through the Tulips. The high school marching band is no stranger to performing in parades. They've marched in the Tournament of Roses twice, the Indy 500 pre-race parade 6 times, at Walt Disney World 11 times, at Disneyland twice, and in Thanksgiving parades in Detroit and Chicago. They also have participated in performances for 4 U.S. presidents and Princess Margaret of the Netherlands. A wonderful history, and you know, even if you don't know much about Holland, you know about these young people in the band.
Well, Bethany DeVos is the second-year director down here. Chuck Bullard for years. Chuck Bullard. A lot of you remember that name. Got this whole thing started. We'll pick up some of the music from the Holland High School Marching Band.
And I just want to note they have these wonderful high kicks. They compete to see who can kick higher without losing a shoe, right?
Well, sometimes they blow a shoe.
Yeah. And we duck. Descendants of Lida Rogers. Now, we're going to say, you explained that Lida got this idea in 1927, and they planted 100,000 tulips in 1928.
2 years later, yep.
Yeah, and by 29, we had this festival, and we are looking...
Joe and Hannah. Welcome.
And Hannah.
Joe,
now,
welcome.
I'm not going to attempt Hannah's married name because it's long. But
That's okay.
I interviewed her. She worked at the Tulip Time
Get
staff.
out of here.
No, it's great. She told me they have all this great history because Lida didn't have kids, so the nephews and nieces inherited. And then right here we've got the five-star Lakeshore folks who support Tulip Time. They help people with real estate needs, and they are a pillar to the community. And they're waving. They've got a beautiful float with a little tiny house and a little tiny person in that tiny house. And here comes a U of M alumni club. I didn't know we had one of those. Of course, I did know that. They
go blue.
More than 2,000 members here, and they provide scholarships for area high school students attending U of M.
Keith Scott would approve this float. You know, when that little green guy comes by, I have to turn my back on him, but I'm going to be looking at this one full on.
Yeah, this is sweet. And they engage in community activities and service activities to share their love of everything U of M. That's really sweet. And then they're out here. They're turning out in force for this parade. Now we have Holland Christian Preschool coming this way with the cutest kids. They're all wearing sunglasses with their Dutch dance costumes. Holland Christian Preschool serves 1,600 students in the greater Holland area. They have a multi-campus community united by a common mission to equip minds and nurture hearts.
How are you?
Transform the world
Hi,
for
Chris.
Jesus Christ. And then the Holland Middle School Band in their red and white. You can hear them coming up the street.
Actually, it's maroon, but
Oh, you
they're
know
the
what? You're
maroon.
right. They're the
That's okay. No,
maroons.
got to make sure we get those guys right.
I'm glad you corrected me on that because it's not just any red, you guys. It's maroon. They are operating under the direction of Matt Veenstra, and the Majorette Squad is trained by Tracy Wimpy of Encore Twirling. The middle school band participates in events in the Michigan School Band and Orchestra Association, and they got a Division I rating this year at their festival.
All right. Rose Park Christian School. And again, now we start getting into these provinces down here.
Yeah, now can you pronounce these? Because I'm not Dutch. What
Okay, these are
province is
schnapps,
Schnapps.
Dutch sweets.
Oh, yes. I see those little mints that I like so much.
And you got Dutch peppermints. Welcome, guys. And again,
Yeah.
now we start the themes for different schools. We'll have different themes.
Right, and so this is Rose Park Christian School, and
Yep.
they have grown over the years into preschool through 6th with an enrollment of 119 students in the preschool. They're showing culinary favorites, and like you said, the pigs in the blanket, Dutch rusk, and imported cheese, Wilhelmina peppermints, and Drost chocolates, and pastry treats like those windmill cookies we love, and the almond banquet.
Now, these kids are a little older, so they don't have the sticks or the maypole. They'll save those for the younger kids.
They're holding little pigs.
But look
It's
at
so
all these
cute.
kids have Dutch costumes on.
Yes,
you know,
and
for both of them. Yep.
They're the 3rd graders, is that right? From the Holland Christian Pine Ridge Dutch Flower Cart kids.
Located on the south side. This is Pine Ridge down here.
Oh, here we go.
And
I
we
got a
just
little
had,
ahead of
we got
myself.
Rose Park. There's Mr. Hall. He's the principal. Tim
This-
Howell's been there for quite a while. My son had him for a 2nd grade teacher years ago.
Their authentic flower cart is filled with
Hi,
potted
Tim.
tulips. 3rd graders are waving flags with colorful flowers.
These are the painters down here.
Yes, they're ready artists. They carry colorful paint palettes. And like a field of real tulips, we want them to be they want themselves to be a splash of color for everyone to enjoy. They've got flags. The 6th grade band is right beyond them. So there's a lot
of color, right?
kids. Yes, they are. These paint palettes, just so if you can't see, they look like they have big bows or fluffy
Splotches
colors.
of paint and stuff like that. Yeah.
They're, some of them
But
are.
again, we got 7,000 kids
Yeah.
here today. You know, so it represents, all the kids in the classrooms, all the elementary students. They're all.
Now-
This is their time to shine.
And as a teacher, what it's like the 3 days leading up to this.
Well, and I know what it's like after spring break too.
Yeah.
But I had middle school and high school students, a little different. But
Yeah.
having a daughter that teaches 1st grade, it's there already. They're already
Yeah.
thinking about summer.
Oh yeah, they're super excited.
This is the homeschool connection.
Now,
Some of the kids that do homeschooling still connected with Christian schools.
because they can take
They can do
a
both.
specific
Yep.
class, yeah.
Yep.
So they get that socialization.
Yep.
Now we're coming to the Holland Christian 6th grade band, and they're still in the maroon and white, folks.
Yes, they are. Have not changed colors to red.
They are also under the direction of Matt Veenstra, and the Majorette Squad is also trained by Tracy Wimpy from Encore Twirling. This is the 6th grade band, and they're from the Rose Park Christian School and Pine Ridge Christian School.
Now, Peg, I'm going to introduce you to Rich Nagelkirk.
Okay.
He's working over here.
Yeah.
He's been working with these bands. He's been in Howard Christian for years. If you ever heard about Rich Nagelkirk's 3-point shot,
No.
coming off the bench, he was a manager. Mike Phelps put him in the game at the end. He hit a 3-pointer, and the place just went nuts.
Oh,
and he's a great kid. He spends a lot of time helping out at Howard Christian.
That's
Saturday, he'll be with one band. He'll go back, and he'll come back with the other.
Oh, interesting. Now we've got Dutch art,
Yep.
Rembrandt and Prince Halls, and these are the Dutch masters at the Holland Christian South Side. They're elementary students with artistic techniques. They've shared the work over the centuries, and they're studying these artists, and they've created their own masterpieces, their variations on the Dutch masters. And these kids are carrying what look like giant paper sunflowers,
Yep.
right? That's a very Van Gogh thing. And then the next group is carrying their handmade windmills.
Yep.
Yeah.
So again, this is integrating what happens here, the history of Holland, into the classroom, and I think that's just a great way to teach history.
Oh, it really is. Now,
Yep.
these are the Dutch masters, Van Dyke, and I missed the last guy's name, but these kids are carrying colorful ribbons that they're waving around. They're like bouquets of ribbons.
Oh, here comes, I think it's Miffy, is it?
Whoops, did I turn a page? Oh, I did. Sorry.
Yep, this is Miffy, yep.
the bunny. Hey, Miffy.
Howdy, guys.
This is a children's character.
How you doing, Box?
And
He's
they've
running
got-
for mayor.
Oh, yeah, Nathan Box is driving. Everybody's
Yep.
in bright orange.
Nice convertible, little Mustang.
And right behind them is Mcintyre Bank, and they've got a giant boat with a bunch of kids and orange
Hello,
tulips.
Katie. Hi, Kristen.
Look at everybody.
Hi, Kristen.
So they're headquartered here in Holland. Mcintyre Bank offers a full range of banking, retail, and commercial lending, and they have 26 full-service branches through town. So they're also known as West Michigan's 101 Best Companies to Work for the 7th consecutive year. And what you're hearing is Chan's Martial Arts, this family-owned and operated Holland area school. They've been around since 2003. I see some black belts in that crowd.
Again, the Kinderparade, Nick Weber, Beth McNichol, Peg down here live, doing this live. Thank you for joining us. Tulip Time, Kinderparade brought to you in part by Lighthouse Title Group, Compound Door, Elhart Automotive, Love's Travel Stop and Country Store, Randy's Carpet Care, Rochelle Sales, Metal Flow, Vanderbean's Dutch Store, Earl Meats, Nature's Market, Windmill Restaurant, Mapleview Animal Hospital, and Van Weeren's Hardware.
That's a classic name. Van Weeren started out here hundreds of years ago selling ice out of the Mcintyre River. Did you know that?
Yep, no. They're on the north side down here. And again, as you see these folks, let them know how much you appreciate listening to the parade on WHTC. Who do we have next?
This is Holland Christian High School Marching Band. They have a long and proud tradition of excellence. Settings, Tulip Time parades, their concert bands consistently get top ratings at the Michigan School Band and Orchestra festivals. They have performed in Detroit, Chicago, Florida, Disney World, and Carnegie Hall.
Scott Vandenberg, the director, will pick up some of the music.
Shelter the homeless and less fortunate in Ottawa and Allegan counties. In 2017, Holland Rescue Mission opened the Gateway Center. That is, it teaches people voc ed and discipleship. And they have got a beautiful blue and yellow float. And right behind them is the Holland Area Arts Council with a beautiful flower cart. It's huge. We see them. They're always at Kinderplatz. They do a lot. And now...
At the Grand Haven Middle School Marching Band.
Middle School. They're huge, too. I mean, there's a lot of kids.
Division 3.
They're Division 3. They are made up of 51 8th graders, and they are so excited to be in Tulip Time. And right behind them is Olivia Grace and Company, honored to present Lida, the Tulip Princess, and a lot of other princesses. I met them last year. They're so fun. She has a cast of more than 40 characters and have dedicated hundreds of hours and thousands of dollars into creating high-quality theme park level professionally trained characters. Yeah, I see Snow White.
Giving hugs, waving.
Yeah. Now, you know their names, and I know their characters. Oh, you don't? There's the Elsa from Frozen. Yeah, they have all these
I don't get out
characters.
much.
You should start watching those shows with your grandkids, right?
Hey, here comes the Sentinel.
Hey, I used to work there. Nice people. Let's see if I know anybody there. Hey, guys.
Oh, I don't see Leo.
I used to work there, and that's who I used to. There's Sarah Heth. Hey, Sarah
You can say
Heth.
hi, yep.
Yeah, sure. She's over there. She's our web editor. She's the oldest media source represented here with a collection of employees and families, key media partners. They're our friends across the street, as we say. And now we've got Ellert. Juneteenth has been celebrated in Holland for 18 years. The celebration is in American history. It talks about the Emancipation Proclamation. The Royal Court is on display for the celebration of their royal apparel. And Calvary School's fishing. They've got 2 campuses housing students from kindergarten through 4th grade, kindergarten 4th through 12th grade. In honor of Dutch traditions, they're carrying fish they've handcrafted, and boy, are they colorful and beautiful. Some of the younger students are riding in style on a pontoon. The executive director is heading out to catch the big one. Our older students are riding bikes decorated with bright colors. Oh, and there they are.
How you doing, Annie?
And you know all these kids, don't you?
Yeah, some of them I do. Yep.
That's so fun. Look at them. And
the sun is starting to come out. Isn't
I
that
know.
nice?
I'm going to have to take off this raincoat.
It's gorgeous.
Here comes the... Is that WCCM? No, this is
Calvary Schools.
Calvary Schools yet.
Yep.
Oh, boy.
There's Megan.
Oh, Megan's blowing kisses. Is that your daughter? Hey.
That was her daughter marching a couple of minutes ago.
Aw.
Megan goes to her pastor's wife, and she's a teacher at Calvary School.
That's very sweet. The little
Yep.
kids are waving up here.
Yep.
They're looking up.
They're loving it. Oh, here comes Channel 13.
Here comes our friends at Channel 13. They loaned me batteries last year during the parade. They're very nice
Unbelievable.
people. 13 on your side speaks out for our community, make our community a better place. We help people reach goals, they say. And they're playing a little music, too. They say we tell stories to celebrate the uniqueness of our community. As compassionate community advocates, they say they're 13 on your side. Now, we got to say a quick thank you for this next float. Bowerman Blueberries is coming up here, and boy, are they blue. They dropped off a dozen donuts for us, which was very nice. They've been in business since 1954, providing quality fruits, those Michigan-bred blueberries.
And they even dropped some off here for
I
us.
know,
Isn't that
it's
cool?
so cool. Thank
And
you.
I've already had a couple. They're like Krispy Kremes on steroids. They're absolutely fabulous. You can get them at Farmers Market starting on Wednesday.
Yes, you can. Here comes Holland Public Schools middle school band in their red and black. Of events throughout the year, district band festival, solo, and all-star band. They have enjoyed a long tradition of marching in all three Tulip Time parades. We're really happy to see them here. And here we come with Holland Public Language Academy. Language brings us together. It's 1st through 5th graders marching from the Holland Language Academy. They've got illustrations of common items along with speech bubbles to show the names of items in English, Spanish, Dutch. Holland Language Academy serves pre-K through 5th grade and is in the former Van Raalte School, and they have Spanish immersion, and I used to substitute there, and those kids are amazing. It's a really fun crowd over there.
They're holding different objects with different names from different languages.
Yeah.
There's queso, cheese.
And uvas, grapes.
Manzana, bananas, and waffles, and
Sombrero.
pescado, fish.
There you go. We've got
Balkan, that's a little touch. Yep. Zapatos, shoes.
Yep, botas, boots. Gato, cat.
Those kids are moving right along and having a ball. Here comes Dutch literature from Holland
Well,
Public Schools.
And from Holland West.
Yep.
They are elementary schools proud to celebrate Dutch literature. 1st through 5th graders carry books illustrating well-known children's stories. They're carrying waves and wooden shoe boats. The students are looking for the famous ghost ship, the Flying Dutchman. In fact, that's Hope College's mascot, the Flying Dutchman, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And all the teachers, all the volunteer parents are coming right along with the kids. And here we go with the poles to keep the kids kind of straight. But you can see when they start looking at mom and dad and grandpa and grandma, the poles don't always stay straight,
They
do they?
kind of go off to the side.
Yeah, as long as they don't run into us.
They've got the Flying Dutchman book here, too, which
Yep.
is cool. And then what's that one? The cow who fell into the well. That's a fun one. And the kids are carrying little cows. It's so cute. Oh.
There's Ellen Bosch.
Did you hear those cows?
Hey, Quince.
That's Quincy Bird. He's our
Yep, Quincy
councilman.
from the council. Yeah, he walked yesterday, too, so that's cool.
Yeah, because these guys are in every parade, right?
No, he's a dad right now.
Oh, right. He's just
Yep,
being...
we had to go pick up something. We had to go squirt somebody.
We've got a little space in between, so there's some kids running into the street.
That's why they have the police here for guys like Quincy down there squirting some of the... Yeah, we got Holland Public Schools coming up next.
Yeah. We have Jefferson, which is a great school. They're doing tulips from bulb to bloom. And these are West Elementary Schools. Well, it says West Elementary Schools are proud to present Dutch literature. All of the 1st through 5th graders are carrying... I read this already. I'm so sorry. Jefferson, they don't have a little piece in here, but we can tell you that they are definitely organized.
Now, here comes our first maypoles.
Maypoles. Now, explain what a maypole is for folks who can't see it.
Well, what it is the teacher will hold a pole probably maybe 8-10 feet up in the air, and then there'll be streamers about the same distance, about 8 or 10 feet, and the kids hang on to it. So as the kids are walking down the street, the teacher stays in the middle of the road. The kids can't get any further than 10 feet away from her. So it's just a good way of managing kids that are looking at everybody.
Do you know that
and
little
saying
one
hi,
is waving?
participating. So
That's so great.
yeah.
I bet that pole is kind of...
Yeah, they may even take turns holding it up, but that probably takes a little bit of time.
Look at this.
And we have parents, grandparents that are helping out with the kids.
And the kids, again, as you said, every single one of them is in a Dutch costume of some kind or another. And
Tulip delivery service.
There you go. And that is... Oh, here comes Holland Heights. Holland Heights is right behind them. Holland Heights' theme is Mother Goose Goes Dutch, and you'll see some of the more familiar nursery rhymes that they have creatively adapted from storybook words to parade route action. 3 that we're going to give you an example of is the teacher in the shoe.
Hey, Kevin.
The 3 blind mice.
Kevin Deere, the principal out there.
Oh, there he is.
Yep.
And then Dutch Little Miss Muffet with scary spiders and all. And here comes the 3 blind mice.
Ooh.
And the kids have bells.
Now, usually the mice are chasing girls around. Let's see if that's the case this
Let's see
year.
if they're doing that. No, mouse ears and sunglasses. And here comes a little Von Muffet sat on a tuffet.
There it is.
There she goes. And they've got their little tuffets with their
Oop, there's a
with their
spider
cups
over
of
there.
spiders. Oh, here we go.
Yep. There.
Oh, and
Chasing the girls. Yep, there they go.
And the kids over here are cutting off the mice's tails ahead of them. Oh, this is so sweet. The teachers have these spiders on strings. They're holding them on sticks. Some of the kids have those too.
Well, thank you for joining us here for the Kinderparade on this Thursday afternoon. Don't forget our next broadcast will be on Saturday at 2 o'clock for the music parade. Again, Tulip Time brought to you by Lighthouse Title Group, Compound Door, Elhart Automotive, Love's Travel Stops, and Country Store, Randy's Carpet Care, and Bruchelle Sales. And next up, without Keith Walker, we have, he was the director for years of Zeeland Public Schools music program, combined both East and West. But now we have the middle schools of Zeeland.
Yeah, it's the Cityside Middle School Band, and they've been participating in Tulip Time parades for many years. They are students that are in both solo and ensemble festival and district band festival competitions earlier this year. And they also learned a U.S. military service branch song, and they're marching in Zeeland's Memorial Day Parade. Here comes, let's listen to them.
And you can see they've got a lot of kids, and when they put this band in with the other middle school, or the Ducks, that's why they end up with a big high school band, and that's wonderful to see. We'll pick up some of their music.
Song that I predicted. Well, look who's here. Boatworks. Cottage Home is talking about design and build. They've been in downtown Holland for more than 20 years, and they're excited to team up with Michigan's Maritime Museum for a second consecutive year here at Tulip Time. The Lindy Lou Riverboat is accompanying the Friends Goodwill Tall Ship, and they're bringing unique historical opportunities that attendees can check out. This is a
There's
beautiful
some classics.
boat.
Yeah, beautiful boat.
That is a century boat, isn't it?
They could have been.
Beautiful.
They ought to have a label on them. Here's another one. These are Chris Craft.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was looking for. Though.
Manufactured on the north side of town years ago.
Beautiful
classics.
Wood. Yeah.
Now we're going to go from the 50s and 40s and 30s into the 90s.
Yeah, and here we've got our Ottawa County Sheriff's Office Marine
Thank you, guys.
Parole Division.
Thank you, ladies.
They've got their truck and their boat, and they've got a couple folks aboard.
They haven't pulled anybody over today, but the lights are flashing.
Yeah, they are. And we've got the Allendale Middle School Lynx. They're a students who support other students with special needs. This is a volunteer group that goes above and beyond.
Good to see you.
Look at, they are all wearing their Lynx t-shirts. That's really cool. It's nice when kids can help each other.
Yep.
Now here we've got a big black SUV carrying homeschoolers, Lakeshore area homeschoolers who are talking about Dutch music over here. They represent traditional Dutch music like the barrel or street organ, the violin, accordion, recorder, harmonica. Those are all used to play traditional Dutch music. We have bubbles floating around. Where'd those come from? Here is
South Olive Christian.
South Olive Christian coming by.
Their Dutch farm life is their theme, and again, we're highlighting today the different provinces in the Netherlands, and we'll have some of the schools that will have all of those. And Ron Weatherby always made me try to pronounce them all. Even though I've been in the Netherlands a couple times, I don't get them all right. In fact, today and throughout this week, everybody is supposed to wear orange. That's down here, and I am.
You are.
And I think it's Kronendag.
Is that how you say orange?
I think that's how you say it.
Kronendag?
Somebody will call in and say, no, Nick, you got that wrong. Kronendag. And that, of course, is highlighting the Amsterdam Monarchs Day, the House of Orange.
Yes, exactly. Now,
The Bookmobile.
the Bookmobile.
That's out of West Ottawa.
You know what? Oh, is it out of West Ottawa? There we
Yep.
go. Education Association. They are celebrating their 44th anniversary with the theme Reading Roundup, so everybody's dressed like cowgirls and cowboys. This is a partnership between the West Ottawa Education Association and West Ottawa Public Schools. It provides 9 weeks of summer reading opportunities for West Ottawa students.
Wonderful program.
Yeah, and community members. And they also, anybody who participates gets to sign their name on the Bookmobile. Like right
Cool?
on
Yep,
it.
they're
Yeah,
on it. You
that's
can
cool.
see it.
And now we've got the theme of Tulips Are Blooming with the West Ottawa Elementary Schools.
And they have
West
a-
Ottawa Lakewood.
Supporting the bond. They just passed a $98 million bond issue, and they got a flag up here for it already.
Thanking everybody.
Yep.
Yeah. It's
West
a
Ottawa
big deal.
Elementary Schools being featured next. First of the elementary schools is
Lakewood, and they have been playing a role in nurturing leaders for 100 years. And they said they look forward to affecting the lives of students for many years to come. Staff, principal, parents, community, and most importantly, the students.
And here comes the sun, full sun this
Wow,
afternoon,
baby, this is great.
shining on the
Okay.
Panthers.
Yeah, and it is beautiful. You can see all the way down. The parade route is absolutely filled. Now, West Ottawa Pine Creek, I mean, seriously, they're so close together. They're coming up next, aren't they?
Yeah,
West Ottawa Pine Creek is celebrating the King's birthday. You see their orange flags that they're carrying. The King of Orange. We're happy to say
The King
they
of
said
Orange.
Mrs. Howard's fashion design class made the cape, and Mr. Kukla's class made the crown, and they made
Hi,
the
Meg.
crown and cup with historic accuracy. This is so
guys.
cute. King's birthday.
the staff.
You're going to have to help me with this word because
Where?
it's Dutch. It's West Ottawa Lakeshore.
Elfland Dutch.
Thank you. It's the Dutch word for 11 towns race. Years ago, when canals were in the Netherlands would freeze over, they'd have an ice skating race
They have a race.
through 11 towns.
Yep.
Isn't that what Hans Brinker is based on?
Yeah.
Oh, see, there
Yep.
you go. Well, here comes the 8th grade band.
Now this is the combined band of both Macataw Bay and Harbor Lights. Color guard up front.
Here we go. Yeah. Jerry Burns, right? Is directing. And Jenna Schroeder and Jake Lovers are working with these kids.
Yep, Heidi Gajorski retired last year.
And these kids that you're listening to have gotten superior and excellent ratings at Band Festival. I got a little ahead of myself. That's the 11 towns race.
Lakeshore Elementary School.
Yeah, I think
11 towns race. You were just talking about that. Yep.
I was. I got them a little switched around. I'm sorry, folks.
Well, sometimes stuff in the book doesn't always reflect what happens in the parade, so you're okay. You're doing great. Here are the provinces.
That sneak one.
These are different. Yeah, these are the race.
Oh, the 11 towns
26,
that are in the
yeah, the
race.
11 towns that are. Yep.
And some of these kids are showcasing famous Dutch foods like hot chocolate and pea soup.
Pea soup.
I didn't know till I came to Holland 14 years ago that pea soup was Dutch.
Oh yes.
I didn't know that.
I bet you don't even know what soup beret is.
No.
Buttermilk pop.
Really?
Barley soup. Yep.
Oh, barley soup.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, and the kids are waving up here. There's the finish line.
Yep.
They all win.
Now we got North Holland
Holland.
Elementary School from West Ottawa.
Yeah. I am looking for them here. so I can tell you more about them. We don't memorize this stuff, folks.
Hey, Kevin.
But they've got maypoles. They've got much smaller maypoles that they're carrying right now.
And again, another thank you to the community for supporting the 2019 bond issue Sheldon Woods out on the northern fringe of West Ottawa School District.
Here we go. And their words are May Day. North Holland and Sheldon Woods celebrates May Day. It's the 1st of May, greeting the arrival of spring. It's also Law Enforcement Day, FYI. It welcomes the renewal of nature. The 15th century European May Day festivities were marked with dances around the maypole. North Holland students dance around maypoles. Others march with floral designed flags and streamers.
Next up,
West Ottawa 7th grade band. They've got a nice flag team coming up with blue, white, and black flags, and they're wearing orange shirts also. And they have another thank you. Every so many West Ottawa schools, there's a thank you for that $98
well, I'm
million
sure they really appreciate that. I think of band directors like Tom Updegraff. Think of Dean.
Well, now this is the band that now has Jerry Burns, Jenna Schroeder, and Jake Leverts working with the combined
They combined both the middle schools into one band. But Dean Christopher for years was the band director, Tom Updegraff, Jerry Lucas, Kerry Wheeler, Heidi Konjorski.
Is coming together. We are one. That's the motto of the festival that takes place in Tyburg in the Netherlands. The focus is on celebrating cultures from all corners of the globe. Now, these flags represent countries from all over the world.
Hi, guys.
And as you know better than I do, the Dutch really opened up the world because they were explorers and travelers.
Yep.
Listen to those kids. They're so happy.
I asked Gary yesterday how many tulips are produced in the Netherlands every year.
10 million? No.
3 billion.
There, that makes much more sense. So here comes West Ottawa Woodside. Keukenhof, is that how you say that? It's a flower exhibition that takes place in spring. The leading bulb growers in the Netherlands show off their best flowers in a 60-acre park near Amsterdam. And the kids are all carrying on their poles. They've got all different kinds of depictions of flowers. Some of the kids are holding them along the sides.
If you've ever been to the Netherlands and been to Alkmaar and seen where all the flowers go through, unbelievable. They get.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but there's Santa Claus.
Yes.
Santa Claus. Hey, Santa Claus.
He should have been here yesterday. It was a little cooler.
Yeah, right. In the Netherlands, St. Nicholas is called Sinterklaas. Wakazoo is celebrating a time when Sinterklaas comes to the Netherlands on a steamboat from Spain, bringing presents for children and adults, riding his white horse all over the rooftops, listening down the chimneys to see if the children have been good. If they have, he puts goodies in their little shoes, wooden shoes. And Borculo, is this
Everybody's
Borculo?
calling us out up here.
Yeah, well, they recognize you. Nobody knows me. That's
Oh,
okay.
baloney.
I love these kids' hats,
I got
too.
a face for radio.
So do I. Here comes
Next.
Borculo Christian School. They've got about 200 students in Zealand. Quite the band, though. There's probably, 2 dozen at least?
Yep.
They said they've been in the community for more than 60 years. We're getting a little percussion from them. Now, in a delightful dune buggy, here comes Lakeshore Family Chiropractic. They are health and wellness advocates and educators. They say the strength of a community depends on the health of its residents. And they like to provide education. They've got like a demonstration spine and a big pot of tulips there. That's cute. Here comes Zealand Christian Middle School Marching Band. Wow, those kids. They've got baton twirlers and a flag. They've got a lot of kids here. They've got a banner, baton twirlers, they've got a flag team.
They got it all working.
I know. They've been around for 40 years and represent Zealand Christian School K through 8, over 850 students.
We'll pick up some of the music of the Zealand Christian Marching Band, middle school. Take a break down here, Gary. If you want to do a traffic report, you can do it right now.
Tulip Time updates on 99.7 and 1450 WHTC are presented in part by Van der Veen's Dutch Store, your premier source for authentic Dutch products for over 80 years.
Do you have questions on how to properly care for your pet? You may be asking yourself, when is the right time to get your pet spayed or neutered? Or maybe you're going on vacation and wondering where your pet's going to stay. Or how about grooming tips? Looking to adopt a pet? Look no further. Mapleview Animal on the web at mapleviewanimalhospital.net. mapleviewanimalhospital.net. Mapleview Animal Hospital. They love your pet like you do.
So you've got a business, and it's really good. It's great, but you want to make it fantastic, to grow beyond your biggest dreams. Well, how are you going to find all those people that are going to buy your product or use your services? With radio, with digital, with 99.7, 1450 WHTC, and WHTC.com. Reach your target customers with radio and a multitude of state-of-the-art multi-platform marketing products. Yeah, that sounds like what you need, and we'll help you do it. Learn more at WHTC.com/advertise.
On 99.7 and 1450 WHTC, your Tulip Time Festival forecast from WHTC.com. Calls for a cloudy afternoon. Temperatures topping off the mid to upper 60s. Cloudy skies tonight, 41. Cloudy skies early tomorrow. Become partly cloudy later in the day, around 50. And then for the weekend, Saturday, mostly cloudy, 59. A chance of showers on Sunday, Mother's Day, 54. Follow the 90th Tulip Time Festival on 99.7 and 1450 WHTC.
A special welcome to all of our guests from where Holland follows the 90th Tulip Time Festival. 99.7 and 1450 WHTC and WHTC.com.
We're back live.
And we are
Catch up a little bit here, Peg.
Yeah, we're listening to the Vanderbilt Academy Band, but we just missed the local charter school. 460 students, of whom this band looks like about half of them. And here comes Village Self-Storage. They're saying, are you moving, accumulating too much around the house? They're saying they can store a car, a boat, an RV. They've got this beautiful red pickup truck. Village Self-Storage is, they say, ready to be your solution. And right behind them, Eagle Crest Charter Academy, great lighthouses of the Netherlands. Eagle Crest Charter Academy Band is right behind them. But right now we're looking at their mascot, and we're looking at the kids, and they are holding onto those poles. And the poles have red, white, and blue, and they have really important values like respect and gratitude. And what are some of these other things? Perseverance, yeah.
Wisdom, and they have the Dutch, gratitude, integrity.
There you go, values, that's
courage,
awesome.
Yep.
They challenge each student to become a light in his or her corner of the world, which is very sweet.
Located on the north side on 120th and Riley.
Like they're waving with their
They got a couple of lighthouses.
They're rolling them down the street. That's awesome.
We got Be Nice coming up next.
Yay for Be Nice. So the Mental Health Foundation of West Michigan has been doing this incredible Be Nice program. It is to stop, drop, and roll mental health. It's more than a phrase, it's an action plan so you can notice, invite, challenge, and empower folks and treat others. Knowing how you treat others has an effect on how they think, act, and feel. Those three things are important to your mental health. They design programs for everyone from students to as young as kindergarten to workplace folks. So they have workplace, Ottawa County has Be Nice programming in schools, work, churches, and community organizations. Now we have the Hope Network for Center for Autism, which has been providing evidence-based therapy since 2010, and right behind them is Corpus Christi's Catholic school, Diamonds of Amsterdam, which they all look like diamonds of Holland.
They all are dressed. They're dressed nice, aren't they?
Adorable.
Yep, they're cool.
Yeah.
We got another float coming up, too.
We do. These kids are talking about the craftsmanship at the Corpus Christi Catholic School. It's the craftsmanship of the Highland community. And here comes a float that's just got all that sparkly stuff on it.
Well, this is from Corpus Christi, their school. They have their own float, which is kind of cool.
Neat.
Yep, and again, we want to thank all the car dealers that are making these cars possible, pulling all these different floats, and we'll see that today, and we'll see a lot of them on Saturday.
which is wonderful. Hi, kids. They have a nice blue hand. That's high-fiving everyone on the route. Here we come with the kids' food basket, and aren't they colorful? They're dressed like vegetables.
There's a little bit of orange work in here, too, you know.
I see a lot of carrots.
Yep.
So the kids' food basket provides free
And
lunches.
there's Carol Stitch.
And a
Carol and
banana.
Stitch with her gang. Yep.
Oh, very sweet.
Yep.
The Kids Food Basket provides lunches because there's one out of 5 kids who are underfed, underserved.
Hi, Carol.
They provide meals to as many as 1,000 children in Holland every weekday to help them reach their fullest potential. You know, kids can't learn if they're hungry, right?
Nope, that is
You want to make
correct.
sure they have something to eat and help them reach their full potential. That is an all-volunteer deal, though. Too.
Yep.
We color lunch bags for Kids Food Basket at our radio station.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, we had Zeeland Creekside. Now we have Zeeland. We have Creekside now. We have
Creekside
Cityside.
Middle School.
And we're going to pick up some of their music. What do you got?
I've got 7th and 8th grade, and they are also solo and ensemble. They were an all-state band this last fall with #1 ratings. They played the national anthem for the Griffins hockey season this year. One of their games. Good Jeep. I don't own one, I just think they're cool. And we are looking at a Holland Jurassic Jeep Adventure. It's custom built and screen accurate for Jurassic Park. So if you're interested in learning more, you can check out jpmotorpool.com. They've got a little dinosaur sticking its head out. That's funny. Now we have folks from the Family Enrichment Center, which is raising hope, fostering dreams, and raising awareness for the needs of foster parents in our community, which is a very important need. And in this beautiful red pickup truck, I believe...
It's about a 1955 or 52, somewhere around there.
That was way before we were born, right?
No. This one down here, the Overijssel Lumber was established in 1925.
Oh, wow. And
there's
now,
a slink.
And it says they've been in the community, like you said, family owned and operated since 1925. They also sell power tools, decking.
Uh-oh, look at this. Look at this
Traeger
group.
girls.
Look at this group.
I know who these people are.
It's the guy with the VA, Bad Attitude. Brent Allen, and his show, The Van, 92.7 The Van.
Oh, look at
He
them.
even got his daughter with him. Isn't that cool?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's see if we can get, I just have to
we got to get a picture. A waving picture.
Hey, there's the van. I like that. I'm going to be driving that on Saturday.
That's cool. We'll give you a shout out for that.
Yeah, Brent had to give me a
No.
Here we go.
These guys are cool.
Zeeland High School Marching Band.
Keith Walker handed this over to Lucas Kerr and
Pujan Bahadari. I'm so sorry, I just slaughtered
okay.
that name. These kids are amazing.
Oh, they're phenomenal.
Their flag group is so sharp right now. They are tossing things in the air and catching them. They're all sparkly and stuff. This is the first Tulip time for both of the band's directors.
Exactly.
You got to give them props.
Well, Keith Walker left them in good stead, but they're doing a great job.
Yeah.
Yes, but only briefly.
Only briefly? Did you get right back down?
I got back down. No, I only went up part way.
This is the Scrapyard Climbing Collective. They just opened in January to provide engaging indoor activity to Holland community members. They demonstrate the challenge and safety systems used in rock climbing. They're free climbing, as you can see. They welcome climbers of all ages. And now we've got the Ottawa Area Center. They're talking about Tulips and shoes. They are a school that serves students with physical and mental disabilities or impairments, cognitive issues. They help them learn adaptive instruction and enhance their quality of life. They enjoy the excitement of participating in Kinderparade and wearing their Dutch costumes.
Yep, that's cool.
They love the cheers, and they've got a mascot called Ollie in their school as well.
Some of them walking, some of them in wheelchairs, some of them in carts.
What's really nice is
Very cool. All the people that are helping them, yep.
If you look around Holland now,
This is Be Nice in action right here.
It really is. And one of the coolest things about downtown Holland is we have adaptive things as well for people.
everybody, yeah, for the kids,
we
adults,
have
yep.
the curb cuts, and we have some braille on things, and it's really cool. That lets people be as independent as possible as long as possible.
We got groups like Compassionate Heart. They were here yesterday for after-school needs for kids with special needs. It's really cool. I want to put a plug in here real quick.
Sure.
If you're here Saturday, 3:30 at Columbia and 8th Street, you will catch the Petoskey Steel Band half-hour concert. You got to be here for that.
When I saw it, were they here last year?
Yeah, they've been here the last bunch of years, but they'll come back and they'll perform for a half hour, and it's absolutely fantastic, and it's free. Right over there by Ferris Coffee down here, it's wonderful.
So you guys, here we have
3:30 on Saturday afternoon, yep.
Beautiful red van for the Ottawa Intermediate School District, and these kids are cheering.
Hi, guys.
They're just having a great time, waving at us.
All their sponsors with them.
Yes. And we also have the BVW Property Management. They're a Holland-based full service and management. I think I got ahead of myself here. I know BVW does...
Woody! The Vanderwoods. Hi, Chris.
All the Vanderwoods. Hey. I've interviewed half their family one time or another over the
Really?
last 14 years. Yes, I have.
Known their family for many, many, many years.
What is going on? This is the Holland Department of Public Safety and the Holland Fire Department.
They finish up everyone, and this is, we talk about the grandkids freaking out.
Yeah.
They love it. They'll hit a whistle, the siren a little bit once in a while, and again, they're providing services behind the scenes here, not only today, but on Saturday, and we just, again, thank them for putting on a safe, wonderful event down here for everybody, getting people into town and getting people back out of town. We really appreciate that.
And can I just say quickly,
you can say whatever
just
you
a
want.
little FYI, you guys, a lot of the police officers in uniform that you're seeing this week are reserve officers who've taken time off their regular day jobs to help out here. And they are some of the most enthusiastic folks you run into as you go around these different venues. It's a lot of fun.
Well, folks, we're just wrapping up the Kinderparade down here, and we thank you for joining us. And again, yesterday we had the Volks Parade, which is the People's Parade. Today is the Kinderparade, which is the Children's Parade, and we got a boatload of people here. The sun came out, showed on us a little bit. Now, I think the weather's supposed to be good on Saturday, but a little bit cooler, so dress appropriately. But we could have sunshine and about 50, 51, 52 degrees. But we'll be here ready to bring you the broadcast on Saturday at 2 o'clock. We want to thank all of our sponsors again. Lighthouse Title Group, Compound Door, Elhart Automotive, Gary's Travel Stop, Love's Travel Stop and Country Store, Randy's Carpet Care, Bruchelle Sales, Metal Flow, Vanderveen's Dutch Store, Earl's Meats, Nature's Market, Windmill Restaurant, Mapleview Animal Hospital, McWarren's Hardware, and of course the big guy, Gary Stevens, who does everything at WHCC, running the board back home down here. We just thank him again for getting this all set up. And Peg, it's nice meeting you down here, even if we're high.
Too. Well, we're above the ground. We're not high, you guys. No. But can I also say thanks to Patty Vandenberg over at the office and Nathan Bauer. Patty just keeps us all sane.
Well, Patty, Patty's she's the guts and glue down there. She
That's right. And below us, because we're on this giant scaffold, we've got Kevin Oswald.
Well, he's kind of like the boss over there.
Kevin is the boss. But you know what? He's been the gopher. Nobody knows this. Our boss is the gopher for every one of these parades. He's a very low-key guy. But you know what?
It's the background people that make all this stuff work.
That's right. Just like at the festival when we have all these hundreds of volunteers and all you parents and family members who come out to support this. It's fantastic.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, for Peg Pickle, this is Nick Weaver saying good afternoon. We look forward to seeing you on Saturday on the radio, WHTC, 1450 WHTC. All right, Gary, it's all yours, big guy.
Coverage of the 90th Tulip Time Festival Yanfeng Johnson Controls Kinderparade on 99.7 and 1450 WHTC, along with WHTC.com, has been brought to you by Lighthouse Title Group. Buying and selling real estate is difficult enough without any last-minute surprises. That's why it's so important to choose the title company that regards flawless service as the highest priority, Lighthouse Title Group. The Yanfeng Johnson Controls Kinderparade has been presented on WHTC by Compound Door. Supporting sponsors of the Yanfeng Johnson Controls Kinder Parade on WHTC include Randy's Carpet Care, Bouchelle Sales, Metal Flow, Vanderveen's Dutch Store, Earl's Meats, Nature's Market, The Windmill Restaurant, Van Wieren Hardware, and Mapleview Animal Hospital. Thank you for listening to the Yanfeng Johnson Controls Kinder Parade on 99.7 and 1450 WHTC, along with WHTC.com.